They called it a storage unit. It was not a storage unit. I design underground structures for a living, not the kind you see in movies. No warning lights, no dramatic steel doors, just rooms, corridors, walls that were never meant to be found. For years, the work was familiar. Storm shelters, reinforced basements, safe rooms for wealthy families who wanted somewhere to go when the world outside stopped feeling safe. Then the projects started changing. The rooms went deeper. The walls got thicker. The budget stopped being discussed. Clients stopped asking how long construction would take. They started asking when it would be finished. New terminology appeared in the documents. Operational readiness. Post-2026 access limitations. 2026 rated systems. When I asked what that meant, I was told it was a new standard. No one explained what that standard was. Then the call came. Unknown number. Ohio. A man's voice. Flat. Rehearsed. Precise. He said his name was Victor. He had an underground structure south of the city. He wanted an inspection. Systems. Integrity. Readiness. 2 days later, I drove out on unmarked roads. Flat fields. Bare trees. No signs. No gates. Just a gravel entrance. That looked like it belonged to a farmer. It wasn't a farm. Victor met me at the house. Suit jacket, hands clasped. The kind of stillness that comes from doing something important. For a very long time. He walked me past a door that looked like a closet. Behind it, a stairwell. Wide. Finished. Built for traffic. We walked down for 3 minutes. The sound of the house disappeared completely. The air turned cold and dry. That clean, dead smell of filtered air, like an office building, after everyone has gone home. At the bottom, the corridor opened wide. 2 generators, hospital-grade electrical panels, fuel tanks designed to sit there for years, air filtration with chemical bypass, water treatment, medical room, a communications room, shielded inside the walls, a Faraday cage. This was not a shelter for one bad night. This was built for routine, for years. Victor excused himself, left me with an access card, said he'd come back when I was done. I continued through the lower corridors, alone. At the end of the last corridor, there was a single room. The door was open. In the center of the room, anchored to the floor, was a low metal podium. And on top of it was a book. It wasn't stored. It wasn't labeled. It was just there. Open. Waiting. The cover had a skull shape pressed into it. Not attached. Not decorative. Part of the material itself. I leaned closer. The pages were dense with diagrams, narrow columns of text, repeating symbols, illustrations of figures with horned heads, distorted forms, precise and deliberate, not stylized, not abstract. And at the top of the page, a single large number. 2026. I turned the page. When ancient vows are cast aside and signs return across the sky, the sealed will rise. The count is tied to 26, when men must die. Below those words, an illustration. A man kneeling on bare ground, hands pressed into the earth, head tilted upward. High above him, an angel hovered, turned completely away. Wings extended wide, already moving on. I kept turning pages. The ocean, cut open in cross-section, ships splitting apart at the surface. Something enormous, coiling upward from the dark below, its mouth opening vertically. Rows of dense teeth. One pale eye, fixed forward. Then the sky. Blue spheres suspended in open air. Inside a cockpit, one hovering just ahead of the nose, glowing evenly, matching speed, not drifting. Descending straight into the ocean, the surface closing without disturbance. I had seen footage like this. Pilot interviews, military reports, objects that matched speed, then stopped. Glowing blue orbs, entering and leaving the water. The drawings matched. Exactly. The next section showed underground structures from the outside, and standing beside them, figures, 10 feet tall, not wearing anything, not holding anything, just standing, still, watching.